Mobile has a mayor's race coming up later this year. In fact, it's on August 22nd. That's the date of the election. And then if needed, there's going to be a runoff election on October 3rd. That's why we asked Jonathan Gray from Strategy Research to do a little telephone polling for us to find out sort of a snapshot of the voters today in Mobile. So, Jonathan, welcome. Talk about how you came up with these numbers that we're going to see.
Well, Bob, we surveyed almost 3,000 people here in the city of Mobile, asking them what they thought about the job Mayor Stimson has done in his first term, and also asking them if a matchup were between former Mayor Sam Jones and Sandy Stimson, how would they vote? That 3,000 voter threshold gives us a margin of error of about 2%. So that means these numbers could be off 2% one way or the other, but these are very accurate numbers in the world of polling, and I think we're going to see just how things are going in Mobile.
And these are people who identified themselves as registered voters.
We only polled registered voters, and they have to be an active voter. They have to have voted once in the last 4 elections, and also we have the inside information of who these voters are. We know their age, we know their demographics, whether they're African American or white, and where they live in what districts. And so in some cases we extrapolate that information out to give us a little more insight to who we're talking to.
So this is a reflection of the population as it exists in the city limits. We're not talking about Mobile County. This is just the
in
city.
The city, and just people who are likely to vote.
All right. Well, let's see. What do people think of the performance of Mayor Sandy Stimson so far? We could take a look at these numbers, and they're pretty high. If we can see them there, 73%.
73% is a huge number. I mean, if you were President Trump right now, this would be a blessing in your life. But this is a blessing for any elected official, especially one who lives and works in a city like Mobile that's seen a lot of changes. I mean, we got hit with BP, we got hit hard with the recession and the real estate crisis, but we've had some good things come about. And this mayor seems to be moving things in the right direction. The public likes what they see. 73% is very strong.
And of course, 50% of the population in Mobile is African American, so we wanted to zero in on that. We're going to take a look at the other figures that came up. We asked African American voters specifically if they thought the mayor was doing an excellent, good, bad, or awful job. And it looks like they gave him some pretty high numbers here.
Well, this is really important. And I don't want to take away from the community as a whole, but Mayor Stimson ran on a one Mobile concept. And for the first couple of years, many political observers thought, where's the one Mobile concept? Where are we going? What are you doing? We had Black Lives Matter. We had some racial tension. We had a shooting. There were some things that began to give question marks. This number right here, though, these are very good. 17% of the African American community ranked him as excellent. 43% is good. And even down here, only 10% is awful. I can tell you historically this is a big change over his first 2 years. I think this mirrors what we also see when we ask people if they think the city's going in the right direction or the wrong direction. You know, when you put the excellent and the good together, Bob, what you see is a really strong number here. 60% of the African American community thinks that he's either done an excellent or a good job. Only 40% disagree with the direction he's going. You know, people ask, why do we want to look at race? Why do we make race a topic? This is very simple. Mobile is a southern city with a history. We have a history of oppression. African American voters were shot down with water hoses, and they were blocked from the polls. So what happens in this community, especially in light of the recent election for president, what's going on in our country, this is an important number. At 53% of the vote, if one part of the community was wholly opposed to the mayor, it could cause trouble for him. This is a definite improvement from where he was 3 years ago. If I was Sandy Stimson, I'd be feeling pretty good about August.
All right. Thank you very much, Jonathan Gray from Strategy Inc. Meantime, we're going to be looking at a potential breakdown between Mayor Stimson and the former mayor, the man he defeated, Sam Jones. That's coming up in our next half hour here on Fox 10 News.